Over the last couple of weeks, we've talked a lot about how dangerous life on the farm can be. Despite the danger, farmers are constantly working to make conditions safer for themselves and for you. More and more farmers are beginning to welcome guests on their farm. This week, TWILA's Karl Wiggers visited Homer, Louisiana, where farmers are learning how to make their farms more inviting to the next generation.
Today, this is a common scene on many farms across Louisiana. Agritourism. It's a popular new blend of entertainment and education that is gaining a lot of interest among consumers today.
Agritourism is popular today because we're 4 and 5 generations removed from the farm.
Farmers are working hard to ensure that their farms are ready for these new guests. That's why Dora Ann Hatch, the LSU Ag Center's agritourism coordinator, is hosting this group of farmers today.
The agritourism operations have curious visitors, but they know little about agritourism. They know little about agriculture. They don't know where the dangers are.
This agritourism safety management workshop is all about understanding those dangers. That's why Hatch brought in Marcia Salzwedel, who works with the National Children's Center for Rural and Agricultural Health and Safety.
We work to keep children safe on farms. And every year there is about 12,000 kids that are injured on farms. Of that, about 40% of those children are actually visiting farms. They don't live on them.
The number of children on farms is only going to increase as agritourism gains popularity. And at the root of this business is education.
You walk into any kindergarten, first, second, third grade classroom and you talk to kids and you ask them where their milk comes from, where their food comes from, where their meat comes from. They're going to tell you it comes from the grocery store. They have no clue that there's a farm behind that.
People do not have any idea of where their produce comes from. So when the farmer pulls the carrot up, they go, "That was underground and I eat that?"
Hatch explains that what makes agritourism a perfect classroom for children is the experience they get while they're learning about the farm.
You're going to have that opportunity to experience what it is instead of reading it on the pages or maybe instead of seeing it on the screen, but you're actually going to interact with nature, you're going to interact with soils and learn more about agriculture.
But as these farmers are learning today, there's a lot of work and planning that must happen before these children can visit the farm.
There's a lot of things that we as farmers don't think about because our children are used to being around this stuff, that when we bring people unfamiliar with the farm environment onto the farm, they're not going to know. And that's what you really need to look at it, is what is this going to look like to somebody who's not a farmer?
The LSU Ag Center has a ton of resources about agritourism and how you can get started. For a link to all that information and more, visit our website at twilatv.org. And you guys, I cannot wait to do another story on agritourism here in a couple of months at a place called Louisiana over in Amite. It's a place that's really, really special to me.
Why is it special?
I'm getting married there.
Oh.
At a place called the Berry Barn.
Awesome, congratulations.
Yeah, they've built an entire agritourism hotspot around the strawberry farm that they have there in that parish. It's really cool.
You mentioned that they had animals. Are these animals going to be part of the wedding
I'm
ceremony?
really hoping they're not. Brittany and I talked about the other day how the donkeys may start like chiming in towards sundown, but we're really hoping that doesn't start to play a part in the ceremony.
I can hear them braying at the moment that they say, "Does anyone object to these two getting married?" I can just hear the donkeys braying, "Ah, hee-haw."
It'll be memorable for sure.
I hope
Karl
it's not that
Wiggers.
memorable.
Great story, Karl. Thanks.